Welcome to The American Dream, a show now airing in over 50 cities across the country that brings you stories about entrepreneurship, success, real estate, and lifestyle. This week's episode takes us to Austin, Texas, and Boise, Idaho, for some stories about the love of music and the positive impact it can have on a community. And of course, American Dream stories from your neighborhood. I'm your host, Jem Morris, and welcome to The American Dream.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
This week's national story is about the love of music, but stay tuned because first we hear from a real estate professional in your city. Let's listen to what they have to share this week.
Hey everybody, Ryan Kiefer here, the American Dream Cincinnati. We're here at Urban Stead Cheese today. Brand new location here in Eastern Walnut Hills, which is about 5 minutes from downtown Cincinnati. We're having a little get together here, a little networking event for our American Dream power players here locally. Both our brand new power players, such as Mr. Brian Froge here, as well as some of our existing team that's been with us for the last 2 years that we've been doing the show. So Brian is here with us from Keller Williams, serving the primarily what, Northern Kentucky market?
Yeah, Northern Kentucky.
Okay.
It's greater Cincinnati area, but it's mainly Northern Kentucky.
How are you liking it so far? You got one shoot under your belt?
I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
Great opportunity. It's a really good chance for me to be able to showcase Northern Kentucky and share with people across the country some of those hidden gems that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you might have a little bit of a focus, some of your forte or background with flipping houses, renovations, that type of thing.
Yes, we, the Froge team, we actually flip houses along with being full-time real estate agents. So we have a lot of houses that are ready to hit the market right now. So it gives me a good opportunity to showcase those as well.
Yeah, well, we're very much looking forward to it. I know you do a great job, and I've seen your work on your flips, and yeah. Great home's going to be listed for sale here soon, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
So, happy to have you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, awesome. All right, we're back here with Mr. Chris Crowley from Comey and Shepherd Realtors, downtown city office. Another new power player here on the American Dream. Chris, it's great to have you. I know you just finished, what, your second shoot on the show already yesterday?
Filmed yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. How'd it go?
Good. I was definitely more at ease. I think it'll be a good one.
Yep. Well, you did great on your first one, so definitely looking forward to seeing it. So give us a little idea of some of the things you're going to showcase on the show.
Well, yesterday we showcased new construction, a gorgeous new model of a development that I was actually the first agent to sell one in their development. The model was stunning. So yesterday we kind of talked about the process for people building and the fact that builders will still, actually not still, but welcome realtors.
Sure.
And, you know, a lot of people think they can just go directly to the builder and bypass us. We can get you a lot of upgrades and everything thrown in there in that price for free. So we talked about that. We talked about tax abatements, something the city's doing for new construction inside the city limits. So it should be a good segment, very informative.
Love it. Yeah, good stuff. Very much looking forward to it.
Hey, I'm Ken Martin with Priority National Title. I'm here with Monica D. Rossell, one of the original cast members of the American Dream TV show in Cincinnati. Monica, talk to us a little bit about what the American Dream's actually meant to you being a part of it over the last couple of years.
The American Dream has been a fantastic experience. It's the best marketing tool you can have as a listing agent, especially in today's market competing for the high-end luxury listings. To be able to feature people's property on national TV show, get you exposure beyond the boundaries of Cincinnati, is incredible. So I've been so blessed, and I think every agent should consider joining us.
You know, I think the branding and leveraging is probably one of the things we've seen that's been most beneficial, is just being able to connect with everybody kind of across the country.
Well, if you think about it, our listings that are featured on the American Dream TV show get 20 to 100,000 viewers. So if you have a high-end property in Cincinnati on the market and we can bring 100,000 people to view your property, the statistical chance of having it sold is much higher than you just list, you know, and put sign in the yard. Social media exposure, Facebook, Instagram, our episodes are featured on every social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, so it's instant exposure whether you like it or not.
Monica, thank you so much for being a part of it and working with us. It's a team effort. To you out there in the real estate world, thanks for joining us. Catch us on the American Dream.
Stay tuned, because this week we learn about the positive impact music can have on our communities. But first, we hear from a local professional in your neighborhood. Let's check it out. And my next guest is joining us now out of your Cincinnati market. I want to welcome back onto the American Dream, Michael Wallet. He is the Senior Sales Vice President of Star One Realtors. Michael, so great to have you on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's absolutely our pleasure. Well, Michael, I wanted to start by talking to you a little bit about your history in the business. I know that you are in your mid-30s, but you've actually been doing this for a while, right?
I have been, actually. I've been licensed since I was 20, believe it or not. I started back in right after college, mid-2000s, and I've been full-time real estate agent ever since. So I absolutely enjoy it. So,
what initially drew you to this business?
Actually, it started early on when my father and I bought an investment property. We were looking to buy, fix up, and sell a piece of property. And ever since then, I just kind of fell in love with this process. I really enjoyed working with the agent we were working with, and he mentioned what I could do to get involved in real estate as a real estate professional and realtor. So I made some phone calls, talked to some people, and got to know a couple of the brokers locally here, and started, and just kind of been going ever since.
So talk to me a little bit about why someone might potentially want to use you as your realtor. I know when we were chatting before we started filming, you were really talking about education, which is a cornerstone of what you like to work with and teach your clients, but also you like to have fun.
I do. I really enjoy this process. I like to make it as smooth and enjoyable as I possibly can for someone, because they're more relaxed in that atmosphere and can understand and really kind of let their guard down from trying to figure out what this process is like, to allowing someone to educate them. And I really like to be transparent with my clients so they can really get an idea and feel for how this works.
Tell me how you see the industry changing and what you hope to see coming forward now in the next decade, let's say. We're now in 2020. How do you hope that real estate really evolves? You
know, with the technology that we have available, I would love to see our local MLSs and some of the board products that we have here at the Cincinnati Area Board of Realtors become more technology driven, especially with cell phones. I've always been telling people in the last couple of years, it seems like laptops are even going to be a thing of the past in the next 5 to 7 years. Everything's going to be cell phone driven. You know, paperless, I think a lot of people now are paperless. I would love to see closings evolve from a paperless standpoint and kind of go that direction, but just simplicity for our clients over and above anything. And also for us real estate agents, we like simplicity as well.
Now, Michael, I mentioned that you're a realtor in the Cincinnati market, but are there any areas specifically that you cover more than others?
Our city is growing. I think we're, top 10 or 15 cities that are really attracting a lot of people that are relocating here to Cincinnati from outside of the state. So really, West Side, East Side, and our local downtown market is really what I like to focus on.
And what I hear you saying when we were talking a little bit about the market, when you're saying that you can't wait to show someone a listing for the weekend or for the following week, is that the market is pretty hot in your area. Is that true?
It is very true. Like I said, things are moving so quickly to a point where you get an email or a text from a client and they're saying, hey, I'm interested in this property. When are you available? And you kind of have to be available that afternoon or evening or definitely by the next day, or you run the risk of that property that they're interested in not being available in a couple of days after that.
Well, and it's also why people need to work with a veteran real estate agent such as yourself, because you need to know what you're doing when there's a hot market and other people want the property that you're dying to have. Michael, so great to talk to you. So nice to have you in studio with us today. Thank you so much for being on the show.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back with more of The American Dream. Our first story of the week comes from the city known as the live music capital of the world. Let's meet with Elise Black as she takes us to a local music shop and introduces us to a local musician that has found his American dream in music.
Don't you hold on to this with me? Won't you hold on to this? Don't think you realize how rare this is. Don't you hold on to this with me? With me.
Hey guys, what makes Austin the live music capital of the world? Today we're going to talk to one of the institutions of the Austin music scene, Straight Music. Then we'll talk to Kalu James, an inspirational singer-songwriter here, and we'll finish up with a beautiful rehab home. We're here with Rollin at Straight Music. Rollin, you guys have been open since '63. What do you think made Straight Music such a big thing in the Austin scene?
Well, when Dan initially opened the store, it was just pianos only. Once the Beatles came on, we started carrying Vox amplifiers, and from them, we started carrying guitars and everything else just because we wanted to keep up with the times.
That makes complete sense. I always love that when I come here, the people working here seem to genuinely care about my experience and whether or not I'm getting what I need. I've heard so much about your great programs for kids to get into music. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Actually, Clint Straight, one of the owners, is on the board of directors for Kids in a New Group. These kids that are foster kids are actually moved from, home to home sometimes. So what Kids in a New Groove does is they pair them with teachers to help them kind of have some kind of consistent mentorship, as they go from home to home sometimes. And they also teach them, how to play guitar, how to sing, how to play the piano, etc.
That's an incredible program. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Of course,
yeah.
Why'd you love me? It can't be my smile on my belly. What you see in me, I've been trying to see. Can't get my mind around that.
If you haven't met him already, I would love for you guys to meet Kalu James. Kalu, thank you so much for being here with us. Heck yeah. So you are in the Austin music scene. Why do you keep performing? Why do you love it so much?
Well, I've been here for 13 years now, and when you're in a place where you have organizations and businesses like Straight Music, there really is no other place that has organizations like that
such a strong support group for Austin music,
for music in
for
general.
their health, for their well-being.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you're not originally from the States. How do you think that influences your music? Can you tell me something about that?
Born and raised in Nigeria, moved to the U.S. 19 years ago.
Nice.
And the spectrum of music that I was open to and have been influenced by, and Austin is one of those places where that just finds a way to merge because everyone here is from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you can kind of tell that during Christmas or holidays because the roads are clear.
But I'm too careless that I lose your love. Cause my disregard for rules always gets to you. But somehow you're still here. My lips shall
And then why do you think Austin is the live music capital of the world?
It's not hard to see. You know, on a Monday here, you have more music here than you have in other places on a Thursday or Friday night. And it's a progressive city where everyone is, you know, trying to better themselves, mental, physically, spiritually. So I think that is the core. I've been here 13 years, and I usually get the itch after 5 years, and I don't see myself going anywhere. So.
Yeah, I get it. Thank you so much for talking.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Honey, to be in love with me.
Do you need to sell your house, but it's not quite up to date and you don't want to give away $60,000 worth of equity to someone else who's going to buy it and do a flip? Well, let me show you how we did it. So in this remodel, we helped our seller redo all the floors, all the trim, and all the paint. You can see a nice dining room here where everything has been redone from bottom to top. Here in the kitchen, we've got brand new everything. Countertops are new, cabinets are painted, new sinks and fixtures, makes everything look brand new.
In the end, sometimes you just need to be able to walk away. There are lots of services out there that allow you to do that, but they take 20% of the house price in addition to the cost of repairs. And that just makes my heart hurt. We actually care about you and want you to have that. So we get you the financing, we get you the contractors that do a great job, and we end up getting you top dollar for your house, and you get to keep as much of that as possible.
So in this case, instead of giving that $50,000 or $60,000 to the discount buyer who's going to do that work, let us do it for you, and you can have it.
You get to keep it. Thank you guys so much for watching.
We're the Heart of Austin Homes team. See you next time on American Dream.
Up next, we head to a famous drum shop to hear what has made it the go-to for professionals since it was established over 40 years ago. Let's check it out with Mac Lennon in Austin, Texas.
So what's the first thing you think of when I say Austin? Many people would say, well, Austin is the capital city located deep in the heart of Texas, and they'd be right. Some people would say that Austin is a great place to go and hear live music. They would also be right. Today, we're venturing into the historical heart of Austin, an area known as Bolden Creek, to see some new construction from Joseph Design and Build. But I can't bring you guys to the Bolden Creek area without stopping by a place that's very near and dear to my heart, near and dear to the heart of drummers all over the U.S., Tommy's Drum Shop. So live music is at the heart of what makes Austin, Austin. And at the heart of any good live band is the drummer. And for more than 40 years, Tommy's Drum Shop has been the go-to spot for touring musicians and local drummers who have made the Austin music scene what it is today. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Tommy Robertson. Tommy, thank you so much for your time, for meeting us at the shop today. How about you share with us a little bit about what makes Tommy's so special?
Well, we are a specialty shop and been doing it for quite a few years, and so we service a lot of people in the industry, everything from beginners to professionals. It's great because this is something I've been doing my whole life. And
so you mentioned it's like the 40th?
41st.
41st anniversary of the
Yes,
shop?
yeah, that's right. That's right.
So awesome.
Oh, well, you know, I kept on going with them, trying to get it right.
Yeah. Deep roots. That's so awesome.
I try not to micromanage everything, but I am totally engaged with what goes on in every day. I have a certain formula of the way I do things, and I've refined it over the years, and that's how I've managed to hang on.
I absolutely love that. That's one of my favorite parts about Tommy's, you know, obviously the heritage, but also that Tommy is so engaged in the community. He's so engaged in the business. You've been such a part of my history coming up as a drummer in the area. I hear so many stories, local musicians, local drummers, like, oh, you got to check out that Tommy's shop.
It doesn't matter if it's a beginner or if it's somebody that you would recognize, a big name, whatever. I'd want them to all be treated equally because they all count. It's just a matter of us, being into it. All my guys play. They have to be players
I think that's
to be
key,
here.
man.
It's got to be. We welcome people who want to learn the instrument come in, but we want to definitely have people who are knowledgeable about what they're doing.
Getting the good counsel, getting the good stuff, and just being in a community of drummers, walking in the shop, I get that sense. I hope you guys do when you visit. Tommy, man, thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. We're gonna head up the street and check out some real estate.
That sounds good.
Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you so much. One drummer to another, right?
That's it. So the 1608 South 2nd Street property is a unique design that truly captures the heart of progress meeting luxury, of function meeting modern architecture befitting of a property located in Texas's capital city. Now, this is a unique deal that we're seeing today because oftentimes these properties are developed separately. Sometimes the guest house is even sold separately. So definitely a unique offer that we're seeing with both properties today. The main home located to the back of the property is a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, just under 4,000 square foot home, whereas the guest house is 2-bedroom, 2-bath setup at just over 1,000 square foot. Both properties, of course, are outfitted with the best of the best in modern smart home technology, luxury finishes, and floor-to-ceiling windows. But let's take a closer look at the main house. So I just love how the wood accents play up against and they pop out against the Santa Barbara finished stucco. And this beautiful, nicely landscaped courtyard really gives us a sense of what we're gonna find when we head inside. Now, of course, this property is decked out with Wolf and Sub-Zero appliances. You've got this exotic herringbone oak flooring, these beautiful quartzite waterfall style counters, but you'd expect that when you're buying in the $3 to $4 million range. What sets this property apart, makes it so special, it's not just the attention to detail, it's the way the property is laid out. When you're investing at this level, you really want a home that's not just functional, you want a home that's gonna inspire you. You want, of course, all the different entertaining spaces and the wide open layout and the pool and all those things, but you also want a spot to get serious and get some work done. This house has it all. Iconic property, iconic area. Today we visited Tommy's, we saw the best of the best. Thank you so much for joining me today, Mac Lennon, Pure Realty. We'll catch you next time on American Dream TV.
Our last story of the week takes us to a venue known for its live music and musical events. Let's meet up with Ron Miniger as he introduces us to the managing director of the Treefort Music Festival and the operations manager of the Riverside Hotel.
We're here at a live music venue in Boise, Idaho, and it's all about live music in Boise. We're going to feature the Treefort Music Fest, and we're here at the Sapphire Room in the Riverside Hotel to celebrate what is a vibrant part of Boise's life here and our culture, and that is live music. I'm standing right in front of a custom-made guitar by John Boland Guitars, who's right here in Boise. He's made guitars, custom guitars, for every musician you can imagine worldwide. And he's right here in Boise. So stick around, we're gonna have some fun. We're here with Nathan Walker from the Treefort Music Festival, which has become an iconic annual celebration of music in our community. So I invited Nathan to join us on American Dream today to talk a little bit about the sense of community and the Treefort Festival itself. When people are asked where they live, they rarely give their street address. Often they'll say the name of their community, in our case, Boise or the Treasure Valley. So tell us just a little bit about Treefort.
Yeah, Treefort's a multi-venue, multi-day festival that happens in downtown Boise. And it happens in traditional venues and non-traditional venues, and it's really become a representation of the creative community of Boise.
You have different forts, like Story Fort,
Comedy Fort, Yoga Fort. Yeah.
So these forts grew when people from the community showed a passion for a particular type of art or music,
right,
and brought it to the Tree Fort Festival?
Yes, absolutely.
What do you do for the festival?
I do production, so we make sure that there's stages and sound for all the bands and all the events.
So how do you see it impacting the community?
I think that we could talk about numbers of economic impact of people coming to Boise from a tourism perspective and that sort of thing. But also I really think it really, especially for the music community, helps to elevate people's, just setting the bar higher, like really going to showcase something in Tree Fort that they're working on the rest of the year.
Hey, we're in the Sapphire Room here with Brian Anderton, who works for the Riverside Hotel. This is a very popular live music venue. And Brian, tell us a little about what you do for the Riverside.
Sure. I'm the food and beverage manager for the hotel, so I oversee the food and beverage programs, especially related to the multiple outlets or venues here. That it includes the Sapphire Room, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah. Why is it a favorite? Tell me about that.
We're fortunate to house a lot of the great musical organizations here in Boise, Idaho, and the surrounding area, the Treasure Valley, really. That includes everything from Opera Idaho to the Idaho Songwriters Association, the Idaho Jazz Education Endowment, the Boise Jazz Society, the Idaho Songwriters Association. I think I said we can go on and on. There's so much great music.
Boise Blues Society?
Boise Blues Society,
Yep.
precisely. So lots of great music comes through here.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Well, you guys have done a great job of outreach. The schedule here is so varied, and it's a beautiful setting with the linens and very cabaret feeling. It's a safe, clean environment for enjoying live music. So we, as a musician, we thank you for doing that. We love playing here, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. We love having you.
Thanks for watching us on American Dream this month. We hope you had as good a time watching as we did making it. So I'm Ron Miniger, and we'll see you next month. Thank you.
We was having so much fun. I didn't know it was 1:30.
We strive to bring you the best stories from across the country that embody the ideals of the American dream. And we hope that you saw something new and entertaining. We would like to thank all of our viewers and our sponsors for helping us grow this show. We couldn't do this without your support. I'm your host, Jem Morris, and thank you so much for watching.
If you're selling your home and think that your home has what it takes to make it on television, reach out to us and you might be the next star of American Dream TV.
The American Dream is alive as long as you invest your heart and passion into what you do.
The American Dream is an incredible platform that we are able to soundboard off of.
I've been traveling all across the country, meeting the best realtors in every city to make sure when we talk about your backyard, it's good if you want it to be and it's bad if you want it to be. If you want to make it easier to get to your American Dream, this is where you need to be.
Everybody has that thing in their stomach that is trying to get them to that next level in their life that they actually can take control of.
We're excited about that. Absolutely. Yeah.
You can be anything and everything you want by simply putting in the work. And to me, that's really what the American Dream is all about.
To have the privilege to be a part of this is my American dream.
American Dream, I salute you.